Somewhere in Unova, a young girl nestles into the crook of her grandfather's elbow. Snuggled together in bed, they ignore the gentle snoring of the fluffy brown Lillipup at their feet as they flip through a grand book of fairy tales.
"Which story would you like to hear tonight, little one?"
he asks.
"Perhaps The Small but Mighty, Victini, or Caldio and the Three Musketeers? Or how about Meloetta and the Red Shoes? I know that's your favorite."
Pop, I've heard all of these stories before. I want a new story. With a chuckle and a glimmer in his eye, he turns to a section of the book where the parchment is thinner and older. Instead of words, the page reveals a sprawling map, not of Unova as she knows it, but of a land that came before it that seems both familiar and strange.
"I know this one already." "Oh, but you haven't truly experienced the whole story."
The grandfather takes an ornate music box off her nightstand, its brass edges dulled by time, and its lid carved with swirling shapes that seem to shift in the dim light if stared at for too long. He winds it up with a slow, deliberate motion, filling the air with a simple chime. As it plays, the little girl swears she can hear singing start to accompany it.
"Let me show you what really happened 3,000 years ago in the kingdom of the Vale."
Soaring through the sunny skies of the capital city of the Kingdom of the Vale, a white Pokémon winds around one of the sandstone turrets of its majestic castle. This castle, as you all know, is home to King Harmonia himself and his royal family. Tensions have been high throughout the kingdom as of late, despite the truce that King Harmonia and his elder brother called years ago. This truce split the kingdom in two, much like how the original dragon was split into Reshiram, who now resides in the other side of the kingdom, and Zekrom, who belongs to the younger King Harmonia here in this kingdom. The bird Pokémon, known as Wingull, flaps its cerulean-striped wings as it glides downwards towards charming stone buildings. Clutched in its yellow claws is a sealed roll of parchment. Wingull descends into the cobblestone streets of the capital city, weaving between bustling townspeople and working Pokémon. Below, a lumbering Scolipede transports a load of goods haphazardly tied to its back, the pile nearly the height of its tall fuchsia neck. At a food stall, a Torkoal heats a pan of vegetables from underneath, fire blasting from its shell. Slowing its journey to consider a stand full of delicious-smelling baked goods, Wingull shakes its head and continues on its journey, taking it to a tower on the outskirts of town. With a domed roof and stained-glass windows, the observatory boasts a massive telescope pointing towards the sky. Wingull flies through the entrance and into the main chamber of the observatory, onto the desk of Daisy, the astronomer, beside her slumbering Glameow Karma. Richie, would you please describe what your character looks like for us?
Absolutely. Daisy is a young woman whose most defining characteristic above all else is that she looks very tired. As an astronomer, it's easy to assume that she is completely nocturnal, using the hours when everyone else is asleep to use her celestial instruments to gaze into the heavens and attempt to unravel the mysteries hidden among the stars. She's dressed in an arguably oversized and elaborate deep purple coat with billowing sleeves and deep pockets at her sides that are overflowing with jangling scientific tools, trinkets, and baubles. Underneath, she is wearing a relatively plain woven tunic tucked into loose-fitting black pants and fairly high-worn brown leather boots that lace up her legs halfway to her knees. Her generously freckled complexion matches her pillow-tossed, shoulder-length curly and frazzled scarlet-red hair, contrasted by her seemingly empty blue-gray irises that twinkle in the same fashion as the myriad constellations in the night sky. Her Glameow Karma is a cat. This Glameow seems much more naturally adjusted to the nocturnal lifestyle and carries about an air of vanity and confidence. Her whiskers are well maintained, gray and white fur quite evidently lovingly self-groomed, her claws trimmed and her long helix tail bouncing with a noble sway as she daintily bounds across the floor, investigating any and all points of interest that may serve her evidently noble pursuits.
Amazing. I love it. The Wingull looks up at you on the desk, clutching this sealed roll of parchment, and then starts to peck at the desk in front of you. It's kind of like shuffling around. If you have any like papers on the desk, looks like it's kind of like looking for something.
Oh, Daisy will be alarmed and try to move any valuable instruments, perhaps a telescope, out of the way of the window. And, shoo, what are you doing? Get out of here. Leave, no. And tries to shoo the Wingull away.
It caws back, like the classic Wingull. Ooh! That was really bad. Imagine it was really good.
It was perfect.
Amazing. And kind of tilts its head at you and then shakes its claw holding the parchment.
Daisy will take note of it and begrudgingly grasp it away and say, "Fine. Now will you leave?"
It returns to pecking at the desk.
Daisy will...
And then looks back up at you.
Yeah, Daisy will turn to the sleepy Glameow Karma and say, won't you do something about this? This bird's getting in the way of all my research. I suppose that Daisy will relent and eventually open up the parchment and see what's going on.
I will read to you the contents of this parchment, as well as let you know that up until this point, there's been an organization that has been working against the kind of tensions between the two sides of the kingdom that are seeming to be leading towards war. This organization has just been doing odd jobs here and there, trying to stop this from happening, as they know it would be bad for all the inhabitants of the kingdom. You've been in contact with an anonymous person before in regards to this, and you know that there was going to be a large job coming up. So you figure this might be in relation to that, especially because the seal on the parchment bears the insignia of this group, which is a sword with its blade pointing downwards and a ribbon wrapped around it. So I will read the contents of the letter for you. Today is the day of the castle's Volcarona festival, and the perfect opportunity to complete our job. King Harmonia and his son will be out of the castle, participating in the hunt in preparation for tonight's feast, and the castle's doors are open to the public for tours. We will use this opportunity to steal the arcane sheet music. As you know, the prince intends to use this music to force the Pokémon of the Kingdom of the Vale to war with the other side of the kingdom. We cannot allow this to happen. It would mean devastation for Pokémon and people alike. Through reconnaissance, we have gathered that the sheet music is held in the king's private chambers on the top floor of the castle. However, it's locked behind a door with 6 keyholes, requiring 1 key hidden on each floor of the castle, save for the final floor. You will not be working alone. Meet the others in Liberty Alley outside the castle at noon. Inside the castle, those bearing our insignia will assist in this task as well. The king and his hunting party will return at any moment, so be vigilant. Stay safe and good luck. You finish reading this letter. What is your general response?
So Daisy has done communications with this organization before. This isn't super new, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. Daisy will roll up the parchment and tuck it in one of her big pockets and stand up and stretch and say, well, all right, Karma, looks like we got a job. Let's go. And we'll start to head out as requested.
Amazing. Above the observatory, we catch sight of a round brown bird Pokemon with big red eyes and 1 leg. Hoot Hoot flaps its little wings as it approaches the shopping district, passing timbers, girders, and cockleders hefting stone and lumber to a new construction site as it beelines for a potions shop called the Tortured Potions Department. As it flies through the window, it gains sight of Clara, the alchemist, hard at work on a new batch of potions alongside her partner Yamper Charlie. Kira, will you please describe yourself for us?
So, Clara is a young 20-something woman with hazel eyes and disheveled, curly, strawberry blonde hair. Her head is always in the clouds with an expression to match. You'll often catch her dozing off, daydreaming about the next time she can get her hands on some rare plants to brew into a tincture or a tea. She's seldom seen with other people, choosing only to interact with the patrons of the apothecary she works at, or her trusted Yamper Charlie. She lost her parents to disease at a very young age and seeks to find a treatment for all people and Pokemon alike, no matter the means. She dons a long, flowy white dress held together by a hand-sewn floral corset. Her wind-blown hair is held back by satin green ribbons to keep it out of her face as she tends to her bruise, and on the rare occasions where she does venture out, a heavy brown traveling coat hangs by the door, ready to be thrown on at a moment's notice in case of unsavory people paying her a visit.
Amazing. I love it. The Hoot Hoot drops onto the counter in front of Clara and yawns very obviously, clearly not used to being awake during the daytime, and kind of just drops the parchment in front of you, seeing it only has 1 foot to stand on.
Both Clara and Charlie look up from what they were doing, whatever they were up to, probably brewing some potions, and they just kind of stare at the Hoot Hoot for a little bit. Clara will give Charlie a look, and then he'll go trot over and sniff at the Hoot Hoot and whatever he was holding. And Clara will say, "Is it safe?" And Charlie will bark once, meaning that it is safe. So Clara will go retrieve what the Hoot Hoot was holding.
If you unfurl the parchment, you will find the contents to be the same as I previously described in the letter to Daisy.
Clara will read it. Clara will sigh and say, "Well, I guess they need us again, Charlie. And who are we to say no?"
Just outside the potions shop, another bird Pokemon that seems to have never fully broken out of its shell flaps its short, dull brown wings and pecks at the ground before approaching a figure lurking in the shadows outside of the alchemy shop. Interrupting the thief, Bonnie, in the middle of a job with her partner, Servine Clyde, the Vullaby tilts its little pink bald head up at her, brandishing a similar parchment. Melissa, will you please describe yourself for us?
I'm gonna be so for real with you. I don't have anything as eloquent as Richie and Kira have.
Anything is perfect.
Yeah, no, I feel dramatically underprepared after those two.
Yeah. So the reference I pulled is from, I don't even know her name. In Legends Arceus, there's the 3 sisters that are thieves. So that's kind of the reference I'm going with. So Bonnie is lurking outside the alchemy shop. She's got 2 like pigtail kind of bubbly ponytails, clothes.
That's good. It's good to wear clothes.
I'm so sorry.
Good. I was expecting like a potato sack they were wearing, so I'm glad you said clothes.
They're like nothing too fancy. That way she looks like she blends into the crowd. Very neutral clothing wise, but like good enough that she could like disappear into the crowd at a moment's notice.
The little Vullaby inches closer to Bonnie and kind of like brushes her leg with the parchment, trying to give it to her.
I take it as if I'm stealing it from this Vullaby.
It pretends to look offended. And inside this roll of parchment, once again, you find a similar messaging that the other 2 have received. If you have any response to this.
Sick. I love stealing things.
Amazing. Before we continue on, are you going to continue on your job or have now focused on this new proposition?
How much time is it until noon to do the meetup?
You've probably got about an hour or so.
I definitely finished the job. I don't know what the job is.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Time? It's very much giving Mr. Incredible. Yeah, I've got time.
Yeah, I've got time. You are outside a potions shop, which you can steal from, or you can choose another place to attempt to steal from if you'd like.
Yeah, let's steal from the potion.
Amazing.
Literally, what the fuck?
If you're going to try to sneak in, do you have a method of sneaking in to the potion shop to complete your job?
I wonder if it's more like I'm acting as a patron of the shop and then like shoplifting.
Amazing.
The 5-finger discount.
The 5-finger discount. Amazing. Perfect. So, Clara, you hear a chime as the door opens and this previously described young woman wearing clothes walks into the apothecary.
Yeah, upon hearing the chimes, Clara and Charlie will abandon the letter that they were looking at, a little bit annoyed, and put on their little customer service face and say, "Hello, welcome to the Tortured Potions Department. What can I do for you today?"
My Servine has this nasty cough. Do you have anything?
Yeah, sure. Here, come a little closer. Let me take a look at him. You said a nasty cough?
Yeah.
Clara and
Like
Charlie
nudge.
inch closer and closer to this mysterious young woman and her allegedly sick Servine. Charlie, can you...
Clyde.
Charlie, can you, go sniff Clyde and see what might be ailing him so we can get him properly treated? Charlie will pitter-pat over to Servine to sniff.
Okay, let's see. I guess this would be a medicine check from Charlie. And then if Clyde the Servine actually is sick, I don't know if that would be a deception from him if he isn't trying to hide the fact that he's sick from
If he goes
Charlie.
for the cough, sounds like a performance check.
Oh, performance, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Performance check if he
Go
goes for the cough.
dude.
I mean, performance and deception are both charisma. I don't have proficiency in either of those. So
Okay.
my
Right.
charisma's +0. However, I rolled a 19 on the die.
Okay,
So this is
amazing.
19 for my
Amazing.
sickest.
And how was and what was Charlie the Emperor's medicine roll? I believe that would just be
Charlie-
wisdom based.
Charlie rolled a 12, but he's stupid, so it's actually an 11.
So yeah, I mean, from what you can tell from Charlie, I mean, this Servine is sick. That was a pretty convincing cough Sounds like it might be tuberculosis, honestly.
No, shit, I should get that checked out.
Not snake tuberculosis.
Not snake tuberculosis. Can snakes
Oh my
get
God.
tuberculosis? Is that real?
It is now.
Yeah, well, now it is, yeah. The snake TB gets everybody at some point.
Not the snake TB. Clara will immediately, her whole demeanor shifts. She was really suspicious at first. She's a very suspicious person. But upon seeing this poor, sad, sickly Servine, she will perk up and she's going to run over to all of her potions she already has stored and kind of go through. Oh, this one will be perfect. It has some echinacea, some turmeric. Here you go, Clyde. And she will offer you a potion to drink.
So while she's like sifting through and looking at potions, can I just like put anything in my pocket?
Go ahead and
I don't care what it is, just anything. Sleight of hand.
yeah, roll a sleight of hand.
23.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that will beat Clara's passive perception as you are able to swipe a healing potion from the nearby shelf. So if you want to add that to your inventory, that will heal 2d4 plus 2.
Also, you didn't have to go so hard because I rolled a 1 for perception and I'm -1. So,
Oh, no.
yeah.
You're just blind.
Yeah, just no
She's just a
clue
little
whatsoever.
ditzy.
God, my store is empty now. Like, that's
Where
crazy.
did Bonnie go? It's like in Skyrim.
Everything.
It's like in Skyrim when you crouch right in front of someone and they're like,
Yeah.
where should they go?
Where did they go? Just left their Servine here. I don't even see them.
Never beating the dumb blonde allegation.
Does Clyde the Servine take the healing, or I guess the potion that Clara offered?
We can't hurt, right?
Probably. Let's have Clyde make a Constitution saving throw, anyways, just to see how he takes his medicine.
8.
8. Okay. So there's no ill effects, but it didn't taste very good. So he's coughing more now, and they're like actual real coughs. So it's actually a little bit more convincing what's going on here.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry about the taste. I'm still trying to perfect it. Well, because of that adverse reaction, I won't charge you. I just hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. You sure?
Of course, yeah. Just come back and see me the next time poor Clyde gets sick.
Absolutely. Will do. We'll be back. Then I slink out.
Amazing. As Bonnie slinks out of the apothecary, we will follow yet another flying Pokemon taking to the skies. This one is gray, with a heart-shaped marking on its belly, but it carries the same parchment as the birds before. Along this Pidov's journey, it passes a go-goat carrying a cart of wheat in from the fields to the market. As Pidov nears its destination, a quiet guild building near the outskirts of town, the occupant inside senses its approach before it even enters. Pidov enters the Aura Guardian Guildhouse directly into the room of Achilles and his Rabambi Starlight, who sparkles distinctly in the sunlight, interrupting their meditations. Garby, will you please describe yourself for us?
Of course. Achilles has slick back, dirty blonde hair with the face of a Yakuza gangster, with dark eyes that carry a striking presence. He's average height, but carries himself with broad shoulders and a good posture. He basically comes around like he means business, and you feel that in his presence. He wears a brown mustard colored scarf to match his partner Rabambi, and he wears a white Aura Guardian style looking suit with a yellow collared shirt again to match the color palette of his partner, with a dark blue pin that's a symbol of the Aura Guardians. He has traditional Aura Guardian like kind of light armor sort of setup with brown mustard shoulder pads they all seem to have. And then he carries a scepter that all the Aura Guardians carry, which appears to have like a crystal ball-like structure to help like channel his aura. His partner Rabambi as well, even though Rabambi is normally a little sweet guy, has a scar over her left eye and also has a small headband bearing the Aura Guardian sigil as well to match the pin that Achilles has. Otherwise, standard Rabambi build from head to tiny toe. They are always floating near Achilles, ready to just feeling like they're communicating off of each other through just their mere presence and aura.
Amazing. The Pidove will approach you, and you can tell from its presence that he's just a low guy. He's just come to hang out and offer you this parchment letter, which will offer to you as it flies into the meditation room.
Hey, Starlight, I think we got a job.
Amazing. If you take the parchment from the pit of, you will read that it carries the same messaging the others have as well, if you have any response to that.
And then, yeah, King of the Sun, and yeah, can't allow war to happen. We're not working alone? Well, I never work alone. I got my pal here. Yeah, King is Hun Party. I got it.
Perfect. If that is all for readying to go on the job, we will follow our final bird Pokemon, who is a round blue, black, and yellow Pokemon, which flies back towards the castle. It passes 3 pairs of red gorilla Pokemon steadfastly standing guard outside the castle. These Darmanitan's eyes follow Rookidee as it approaches the knight training grounds just outside the castle, bringing its message directly to the knight Stephen as he trains with his Ponyta Romeo. Jacob, will you describe yourself for us?
Stefan is a kind of older, like middle age kind of gentleman. He's been around the block a couple of times, and you can tell by his body weight and frame that he's spent a lot of his nights in the tavern. He's got a couple of beers wrapped around his belly, you know, and he's wearing just a very simple peasant farmer clothes with a knight's breastplate that doesn't fit quite right on account of the aforementioned beer belly. He's just kind of sitting there in a stack of hay with his partner Romeo just right there next to him.
Amazing. The Rookidee will approach. It looks kind of noble. Like, it looks like it's kind of staring at the other Pokemon that are training in this kind of training grounds with a little bit of envy. It looks like maybe it wants to join the Knights one day as it approaches you and offers you this parchment.
Yeah, he'll take the parchment, read it, and then he'll put one of his hands on his head, and he'll say, "God dang it, Romeo, you forgot to remind me that we had to finish this job. Hold on, we gotta get you saddled up now."
Amazing.
It's a kill.
It's a kill!
God damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby! As
Romeo sell propane?
Damn it,
propane and propane accessories.
I don't know why they picked me for this
Romeo,
job. I don't know a
Romeo.
ding dang thing about music.
As you carry on with this outburst, one of the knights who's kind of been loitering nearby will be like, "Hey, Steven, what is that? You got a letter?"
I got a request from a job. Yeah, I gotta get going.
Oh, that's crazy. What kind of job is it?
I don't know, something with some ding dang music that I don't know nothing about.
I didn't know you were a musician.
I'm not.
Oh.
Anyways, good talking to you.
Well, good luck. That's
And
amazing.
I would like to point.
All of the knights are Southern now. It's canon. I'm sorry.
I would like to point out. Well, so like he will suit up Romeo with he has some armor made out of Tauros leather.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll suit him up, and then he will continue to ride Ponyta. I would like to remind the party he is 3 feet tall. So it is a 3-foot tall horse carrying a 6-foot tall large man. And he's just kind of clip clopping away.
That's absolutely perfect.
It's giving adult riding tricycle energy.
Exactly. Yeah.
As you pass by the exit of the Knights Training Guard, the captain of the guard, who has kind of been overseeing activities here, Captain Amarello, will kind of take a look at you and offer a knight's salute and say, Stefan, how's your training going?
Says, "It's going good, Amarillo. I'm about to head out on a job right now."
Excellent. We must remain vigilant. At any moment, combat could begin. It's good to always be ready.
Vigilance is my middle name, sir. And then he imagine he has like a armory kind of brazier, and then he like salutes himself so hard he kind of like whacks himself with his arm, and it's like a little ding, and it's like whoa.
Captain Amarillo will briefly sigh and then just be like, "Well, best of luck with your training." And then he will salute again and say, "For the glory of the Kingdom of the Vale."
For the glory of the Kingdom of the Vale.
Amazing.
And then he'll just start clip-clopping away on Romeo.
Clip-clapping away. I love it. The Ponyta Romeo will take you to a little tucked-away alley, which was the aforementioned meeting place, where all of you will be gathering. And upon approach, you will see these 4 aforementioned described people, as well as 2 newcomers who have not been described yet. One of them is kind of a skinny-looking guy with blonde hair pulled artfully into a little low ponytail. And he's dressed very stylishly in kind of a little green embroidered brocade shirt. And beside him, he has a little white fox Pokemon who is wearing a little red cloak, which is really cute, and has like fur lined along it. And beside them as well, there is a young woman who looks to be the opposite of the other person. She looks very not well kempt. Perhaps she just crawled out of a pile of leaves in the forest. She's like covered in like debris from the forest and is carrying a rope with her. And she's wearing like a black tattered cloak. And beside her, she has a little black bird Pokemon who appears to be wearing a little hat. As you all gather together, does anyone have any reactions or introductions to make?
Clara
It is
will-
noon, right?
Yes.
Clara definitely recognizes Bonnie and thinks that they're gonna be best friends. So she's gonna go over and just start badgering Bonnie, like, "Oh, hi, it's so good to see you again. How's Clyde? Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about earlier," and kind of just talk her ear off.
Bonnie's just like nodding along. Like, thank you so much. Yeah, this has been great.
Stefan will address the group, and he will say, "Didn't you all know a dang thing about music? Because I feel completely lost here."
Daisy will respond, and she will say, "I'm not a musician, but I could go for a lullaby right now," as she's like half hunched over, lets out a big yawn. It looks like she's about to fall asleep because noon is her midnight. But Karma the cat seems to be doing perfectly fine and gives off a very pompous energy as she trots forward to meet with the rest of the gang.
Clara will also kind of just look at Stefan and say, "I don't think we should talk about that, like, in public," and kind of just glare at him.
Oh, right, that's probably pretty smart.
She'll just sigh.
I'll look at Romeo and I'll be like, "Romeo, I need you to remind me not to talk about music in public."
Amazing. The man that has yet to be introduced will say, "Oh, God, this is such an interesting group of people that they've gathered together for this. I'm Dean, by the way, and this is my partner, Olivia." And he will point to his Alolan Vulpix companion wearing the cute little cloak.
Hello. Tired wave.
Howdy.
Amazing. And you all are?
My name's Stefan, and this here is my partner, Romeo.
Charmed.
I'm Daisy, and
sure.
this is Karma. Karma is a cat.
So true.
I'm Clara, and this is Charlie. And although she's smiling at everybody, she doesn't trust anybody except for Bonnie.
I'm Bonnie. This is Clyde.
Big thumbs up, Preston just, "I'm Achilles, and this is Starlight."
I'm Stefan, and this is my partner, Romeo.
We need to roll initiative for introduction.
I'm Achilles, and this is Starlight. I thought we did that. Did I mess up?
Dean will kind of shake his head at all of this, pinching the bridge of his nose between his fingers. And the final person, the woman who has joined you all, will say, "I'm Dorothea, and this is my partner, Peter. He's a Murkrow." And she'll point to her little Murkrow friend, Peter. And she'll say, "Well, seems like we've got more people than I thought would be gathered here. Probably best for a couple of us to stand guard and make sure that we can warn the others if the prince and his hunting party get back." Dean will kind of like he's like looking at his like nails and he's like, "I think that's an excellent idea and I volunteer. I think that sounds like the most noble position." And then Dorothea will say, "Yeah, honestly, I mean, I can't see you being much help with this kind of job, but we're gonna need a way to alert the others, so I think I should stay behind as well. Murkrow here, my buddy Peter, can fly up to the windows and let you guys know if they're returning, and so you guys can have warning."
Good plan.
I see no issues with that.
Yeah, that seems fine to me.
Great, that's settled then. I do have a couple berries here. If you ever need healing or anything, you're welcome to come back down and get some from me at any time while you guys are in there. But you're gonna have to be quick about it for sure. And then Dean will say, I would like to offer my services as well. I will happily lend you some clothing if you happen to need a disguise of any sort at any point during your ventures.
A disguise.
I don't
Don't know
really
what to disguise into, but that's promising.
Yes, of course. I'm not sure either what you would be needing to disguise into, but it might be necessary for a job of this sort.
Could you make me look like this guy? And Daisy points at Stefan.
Do you have any disguises for plus-size men?
I haven't.
It's a shop big and tall.
I have a range of sizes that I work with. I think it might take some effort, but it's possible.
10-4, and then he'll salute himself, and he'll like ding himself with his brazen gimmick. Ding! God dang it! I do it every time.
Well, if we'll be going into the castle, it's best if we disguise ourselves as people who work in the castle, so to not draw attention to ourselves. Although some
They did say
people...
it was open to the public. Like, there's a tour open to the public, so we can be the public as well.
Yes, today is the Volcarona Festival, and plenty of people will be allowed into the castle. Shouldn't be an issue to get in at all.
Well, there's never really been a better opportunity. We can just charge in. We're invited, basically.
I think that's a good plan. Best of luck to you guys. We'll be keeping vigilant. Make sure to let you guys know if anything changes out here.
I don't think we'll let you down, Chief.
Will you guys begin making your way towards the castle?
Yes.
Amazing. So as you guys approach the grand castle of the capital city, it's a large, kind of rectangular sandstone building with two turrets on either side, on like the left and right sides of it. And as aforementioned, there are 3 pairs of Darmanitans standing guard outside who are kind of just watching you guys as you walk by. But as it is the day of a festival, they don't really do anything about that. There are 2 guards standing outside of the large wooden door. One of them begins to just kind of like stand up a little bit straighter, tried to get a little bit more presentable as you guys approach. And then he says to his companion, "Look alive, Booker, we've got visitors." And then the other one, who didn't truly try to clean himself up at all, he's just kind of like standing there with a slump, is just like, what business brings you all to the castle? Are you here for the Volcarona Festival?
All right. Which one of us is charismatic?
Okay,
I
I'm
promise you it's not
charismatic, but I'm
stupid.
stupid. So...
I'm
I
not
got a +2
charismatic and
on-
I'm stupid.
I have a +2 to charisma.
Yeah, I have a +2 to Riz as well.
Amazing.
Well, no, we're not lying. We are here for the tour during the festival.
Do you tell them you're not lying?
I'm not lying.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm here for the
Listen.
festival.
lying.
Listen,
Honestly,
definitely
I
here
am
to
very
see some
excited.
sights.
For the tour of the castle.
Dude, I've been looking forward to seeing this castle all day.
Clara will wrap her hair on her finger and say, "I've always wanted to see how the royals live," and then bat her eyelashes at the guards.
Amazing. How about we...
Claire, don't you know? We'll never be royals. We don't live that kind of lives.
That kind of life just ain't for us.
We crave a different kind of buzz.
And then Rabombi buzzes. Let's do like a group charisma check. So I think that would be everybody who contributed to that. So
Does the Lord lyrics count as contributing?
the Lord, why not? Honestly,
Of course.
everybody.
Yeah, that happened.
Poorly.
I got an
Amazing.
18.
Okay.
So 21.
11.
16.
I got
Do I
I
get
got
any
a-
bonus?
You get +2.
You get +2, unless you have it as a proficiency. Like if
For
you have it,
What? Like what special?
it'd be
Yeah,
like
what kind of check
persuasion.
is this? Persuasion?
Persuasion, right? Or charisma, yeah.
Yeah, I was just making it a general charisma, but if you want to do like a deception or persuasion, you're welcome to.
Yeah, if you have
Because
any bonuses,
deception,
so,
I get more pluses.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Deception gives me a +5 to my 4, so 9.
I got an 18 on the die and I'm +1.
Amazing. I mean, altogether, this group of people, you've convinced the guards that you probably mean no harm here, and the one who looks a little bit more put together looks to you all and nods and says, "Excellent. You will certainly enjoy the festivities within today. I must ask, however, before you enter, to relinquish any weapons. And if anybody has any weapons, or if they're
Do I have-
concealed.
No problem, no problem. Make sure I get this back. This is standard issue stuff from my guild. I need to get this back, okay? They'll wring my neck if I don't get this freaking thing back, okay? I lost it before. I don't want to lose it again. Do you understand me?
Of course,
You
of
get
course. I would never dream of losing it.
I gotta tell you, bud, you gotta loosen up a little bit. Your aura's kind of like a little thrown off right now, and I really need you to just like calm down. I know you're God, I get it, but you just gotta loosen up. We're here for a party. We're here for a good time. You know what I'm saying?
He will take a deep breath and let it out and be like,
There you go.
"Yeah, I really
feel
needed
it
that.
now. Your aura's changing a little bit. Yeah, you're
I
doing
needed
good.
that.
No, this is good. You're doing a great
Just been
job, by
going
the
through
way.
a
This
lot.
is a good situation you have here. You're doing great.
Oh, thank
No,
you.
I get it.
Yeah,
No, you're doing great.
I really appreciate that. I hope you guys have a lot of fun in there today. Okay,
Oh, we're gonna have a great time, and especially you. You're holding it down. I trust you. You're doing great.
thank you." And with that, they will open the gates to the castle, and you are welcome to enter.
Wahoo!
Wahoo! Containment breach. Hacker voice,
we
we're
did
in. First step complete.
All right, gang. We're in. We did it. Good job.
That was all I needed to do, right? Get in.
Yeah, you just
complete.
said you got
Oh, yeah.
you're in, you're done.
we
Welcome.
did the
Thanks,
job, right?
thanks for participating, guys. I really
Da-da-da.
What's this?
appreciate it.
What's? So can we talk about the music now? What's this I heard about music?
Stop talking about the freaking music, guys.
I don't know.
You
anything
aren't
about the
supposed to
music.
talk about music in public.
Wait, are we in public right now? We're in the castle. Is this public?
It's open to the
It's open
public.
to the public.
Yeah, but does it
It's
count
all
as public if it's open to it? How does that work? What are the dynamics?
Who
Are there
wants to
other
kill
people
everyone?
This is
Everyone.
still. Does this not
Yes.
become private property if like it doesn't stop being private property if it's open to the public? Like it's still somebody's property, so it's not really a public place. Like even if there is public here, right?
You should come back to my potion shop after this. I have a few things I want to try on you.
I don't know, Toots. I don't know you too well yet, but we can talk about it later. All right?
I'm sure we'll become great friends sooner than later.
Amazing.
Can we get Daisy to maybe look around?
Yes.
The perception, perhaps, but also if anything seems like particularly iconographic as far as like historically relevant or even like a holy symbol or anything.
Absolutely. You can roll a perception for me.
Can Stefan also make a perception check, except he realizes that this is a festival and he is looking for a pint of beer?
Absolutely, yes.
That is a 15 perception.
That is a 2 perception.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, let me read in what you guys see here. You enter into a grand, extravagant room with a massively tall ceiling painted with beautiful murals. Tall Corinthian pillars line the walls, and 3 huge black chandeliers reminiscent of a certain Pokémon hang from the ceiling. The walls are lined with more painstakingly painted murals depicting great heroes and Leviathan Pokémon. There are 2 doors on either side wall, and then 1 massive, ornate, beautiful door directly in front of you, with intricate gold molding. Throughout this entrance hall, you see the fluttering wings of bug-type Pokemon catching and reflecting the light that streams through the front windows, creating an ethereal effect as light scatters across the tiled floor. There are Beautifly, Masquerain, Dustox, Butterfree, and Vivian all fluttering throughout the air here. There's some people loitering about, marveling at the Pokemon and looking at the paintings, which you, Daisy, will notice. There's a couple different legendary Pokemon groups depicted here. Kind of weaving through the clouds in the ceiling mural is a green serpentine Pokemon, which you will know is Rayquaza. And then on either wall, you can see a large blue Leviathan Pokemon, among cresting waves being Kyogre, and then on the other wall, a large, I guess, lizard-like Pokemon with red, kind of rough skin being Groudon. You see a couple more depictions as well. There seems to be some dog-looking Pokemon and some other Pokemon that are on all fours as well. You also see one figure standing among the crowd, kind of talking very excitedly to people, is a child who looks to be probably no older than 12 years old, but you're not quite sure what his exact age is. And he's wearing an outfit that is like the love child of a medieval troubadour outfit and a Boy Scout uniform. He's got like the little like puffy pantaloons and he's wearing tights, but like on top he's got like kind of a shirt with a collar and the little handkerchief that like Boy Scouts wear, and he's got like a big sash with badges all over it, and most of the badges are seemingly related to bug-type Pokemon, or like the little butterfly-type Pokemon. And as soon as he sees you all, he immediately starts making his way towards you.
I don't have the energy for a child right now. Can someone else take care of this? Stefan, maybe?
I'll
Yeah.
handle him.
What kind of ding-dang festival doesn't have any beer?
Yeah, there's
Are you gonna
there's
ask the
no
kid
beer
that?
in sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect, amazing.
I don't think we should allow Stefan near a child. I'm just gonna
The child will look at you and be like, beer? This isn't a beer festival. This is the Volcarona festival, and it's like celebrating butterfly Pokemon, which are the most amazing Pokemon in the entire world.
Boy, I don't like your attitude.
say, I'm gonna push Stefan away from the child. Stefan, let's go. Maybe there's beer over here, buddy. Let's go over this way.
That boy ain't right.
No,
So
no,
sorry.
that boy might be away from the beer. Let's go over that way, huh?
Well, I can tell you where like the drinks and stuff are. I am like here to offer like tours and stuff.
You're a tour kid.
Yeah, I'm the tour guide
You
for the
happen to
castle.
have a map of the castle.
To
not
help
obvious
with the
or anything.
tours.
I don't have a map, but I have it all memorized. So like I can like take you on the tour and like show you where everything is, cuz they won't let you go alone. Is it like the whole thing? I'm Timmy, by the way.
Hi, Timmy.
And this
Hello, Timmy.
and he points to his shoulder where you see a small Pokemon on his shoulder. It appears to be buggish in nature, some sort of larva Pokemon with a little pill-shaped black body and translucent black spikes along its back. And each of the spikes is a little red dot, and it has little beady red eyes. And he says, "And this is my buddy Snom. He's my best friend in the whole world."
a black
Snom.
snom.
This Snom is menacing.
Snom
Some is dirty.
Don't say that. He is actually very clean. He's actually super awesome. And there he actually one day he will evolve into a Frostmoth, and I think that's really cool.
Wow, that's so
Nice.
amazing.
He's your
for
best
you.
friend. How come he ain't got a name?
Ooh.
That's actually
Period.
a really good question. I should give him a name, shouldn't I? What do you think I should name him?
Ted.
Ted.
Go.
Lord?
Lord with an E, specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Vegeta guy myself.
What was that?
Vegeta. I'm more of a Vegeta
Oh,
guy
Vegeta.
myself.
Okay.
Because I said Goku.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys caught up on
So-
DBZ? It's pretty good.
Yeah, the
I haven't watched anything
that's-
since
isn't
GT.
Isn't that like that one newsletter that like they people distribute, and it's about like the dragon type Pokemon and stuff? That's so cool.
Yeah, we read about it all the time.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, so cool,
Bud the
dude.
Zale. I don't know.
Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.
Oh
Love that guy.
Oh my god.
Can I roll a nature on the bug creature?
Sure, go ahead. I've rolled a 4. His name, the child will say, "Okay, I think I'll name him Vegeta." That actually is my favorite distributed work, so I think I will name it after that. So this is Snom. This is his name is Vegeta.
Timmy and Vegeta.
Great job, guys. That's a 24 on the nature.
Okay, so how to explain this in terms of your character? This actually is not an unusual Snom. If you've seen Snom before, they actually do look pretty similar to this. You know them to be dark bug Pokemon, and that they do in fact evolved into Frostmoth. And maybe you have, maybe you have some sort of premonition that one day they will become ice bug Pokemon, but today they are.
Ooh, that's
That's
neat.
fun.
Yeah.
Medieval
it.
Snom.
Medieval Snom.
There's some
Emphasis on evil,
it's
for
the
sure.
Dark Ages.
So I'm saying,
Uh,
or a check. Is the Snom evil? I need to know.
You can go ahead. Roll an insight, I guess.
No. We're just I would think that this is a very like gray area sort of.
Yeah, we
crime,
are
you know
not
what I'm
bad
saying?
guys. We're just on our vigilante shit, okay?
That's what
Wait.
I'm saying. You get
Wait.
it.
Are you guys here for like a job or something?
No, why would you ever think
Does
that?
he
Wait,
have
we're-
a pin?
we're for
Does
a
he
tour.
have a pin that has the insignia
Yes.
of the thing?
I will. Because you asked specifically, I will answer yes. He does in fact have the insignia.
Are you in? I'm in, kid.
He will say, yes, I'm in on the thing that we're doing. The job? Are you guys here for the job?
I'm just here for a special tour of all 6 floors of this castle. I don't know what kind of job you're talking about.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We are here for the tour.
That is so awesome. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm absolutely going to take you guys on the absolute best tour ever, and we're going to have so much fun. Where you guys want to start?
I want to start where the beer is.
You guys can see the map of the floor, right? Of the first floor? Okay. The top right is supposed to be...
There's a map.
Oh my god, there's a map.
Oh my god,
so...
there's a map.
My bad.
The top right is supposed to be the dining hall. Timothy will say, I can take you guys to the dining hall, but I think they're still setting up for the feast tonight and everything. But we can check and see if they have some beer for you if you want.
Hey, Timothy, does the chapel have wine?
Oh, yeah, they definitely have wine in there for sure.
Stefan, how do you feel about wine?
He's gonna say, like...
Nah, I don't like fruit.
I want it to be a little toxic masculine, but not like that much, you know?
Yeah, it's a delicate balance.
Yeah.
Anti-religious, since it's religious wine.
Oh, yeah. Or he could be, like, super religious.
Yeah,
He could be like, I don't brew the wine of the...
Covenant?
No, Kira.
Arceus's wine in vain.
Yeah, who is the Jesus of the Pokemon ethos? Like,
Okay, so Pokemon Jesus is not Arceus because Arceus is God. Who is
God,
Arceus?
right?
Is God forsaken?
would it be
God-forgotten Son.
Would it be Mew?
It might be Mew. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mew has everyone's
it is
DNA,
Mew.
so-
Oh, as an Aura Guardian, you should have seen the movie about it.
So true.
What's a movie?
It's related to DBZ, I think.
Yeah.
I just read the works of Akira Toriyama in the books.
Yeah, this is the books that they just
Rest in
produced.
peace, my homie, by the way. Pour one out for him.
I'll
We
take
can
it
put
back.
some
I did
wine.
actually see the Broly movie when it came out in theaters. I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, the theater where the guy stands in the front with the flip book. Those are so cool.
They put on like shows and
crazy.
stuff.
There's shadow puppet stuff.
Yeah, they do like they shows and stuff.
Plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Duh. What did you guys think I was talking about?
All right, little Timmy, do you think we can have a better chance of getting drunk if we go to the chapel or the barracks? Or the dining hall, excuse
Oh
me.
my goodness.
Well, I think there's definitely wine in the chapel, and there might be beer in the dining hall. So it's like really up to you guys.
Definitely
sucks.
versus might be.
If I'm on guild duty, I can't be like drinking, you know? Like I'm on the job,
And you don't have to drink.
but I want to.
You can have like
Probably
a
got good
sip.
wine here. Someone's gonna
Drinking
someone's gonna-
responsibly on the job.
In a
Someone's
chapel
out.
in front of a child.
In a
Stefan,
chapel.
listen, if we can't find you anything good, I'll brew something real special for you, but we need to get this job done, okay?
Yeah, Timmy, is
You got
there
some
something
potions
we
that are
He's more
alcoholic?
terrified of your brews than anything that this boy would offer me.
I'm not
Claire's
the one.
isn't
You got alcoholic potions in your shop?
I can make anything.
Regrets not getting an alcoholic potion.
I love how, like, in any universe, your character is just trying to get drunk.
Well, like, art reflects life, I guess.
Digest it. Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
Timmy, we're indecisive. Could you just lead us somewhere?
Okay, that sounds good. I actually heard, this is my favorite saying of all time that they told me, is that good adventurers always go left. So I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and I think we should go to the chapel.
Oh yeah.
That is a good.
That's-
Yeah, where did you hear that?
I
Wait,
know.
yeah.
Wise
It came to me in a vision.
That shit.
That's the best thing you said all day, boy.
To the chapel.
Amazing. And you guys will make your way over to the chapel, which is a similarly high ceilinged room with massive mosaic stained glass windows on the far wall, depicting a figure known as the Almighty Sinnoh in the middle of a triangle surrounded by some circular symbols that you might or might not be aware of what they represent. There are rows of pews leading to a raised platform at the back with an offering table on it, as well as a podium and two figures, one in red robes and one in blue robes, who seem to be arguing about something as you enter.
Oh, these are people, not like an illustration.
Oh, no, sorry, yes, they are people.
Those guys are giving off some bad vibes.
Can I sneaky listen to what they're arguing about?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Shoot. I'm not good. I don't think I'm good at those. 12.
Okay. They're speaking rather loudly. It does not take much to be able to overhear their conversation. As the one in blue robes, he's kind of got red hair with a receding hairline. It's kind of like longer in the back. Says, "No, you are simply wrong. The almighty Sinnoh gave us time so that we may traverse it and develop technology, and that is what truly evolves us as humanity." And the other man, who is dressed in red, he has black hair and really strong eyebrows. He will say, "I simply refuse to believe this. The almighty Sinnoh gave us space so that we may explore its beautiful nature. Nature itself is what belongs to evolution, and that is what we should attribute it to."
A discussion of the ages.
Que no los dos.
So, if someone can distract those guys,
I got it.
Clara can go. Okay, let's not be too hasty.
Gentlemen, I may interject.
Okay, all right. So while he's up to that,
Yeah. Amazing.
Clara has a +6 in both Arcana and Investigation.
Okay.
So she kind of wants to peruse, take a look around, see if there's anything out of place that might be containing, I don't know, a key or something.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Ooh, okay. An 8. So 8 + 6. Okay, we have 14. 14, not the worst.
Okay. So you do see on the offering table near the front of the room, there is a variety of things. You see bundles of wheat, bottles of wine, a variety of offerings perhaps made to the legendary Pokemon. You're not quite sure. You see something that might be a little shiny. Could be a key. You might have to get a little closer to tell if you guys are approaching the back of the chapel here.
Do you want me to take the shiny thing?
I totally want you to take the shiny thing.
Sick. Can I
Amazing.
take the shiny thing?
Yeah, let's see. So people are running distraction, right? So maybe as you guys are kind of
Okay.
approaching
Do
the
the
back of the
distraction
room.
first.
Okay, perfect. Let's just to see how well the distraction goes before we can get to the stealing of the object.
Stealth.
Yeah, the stealthing. As you guys approach the back of the room, the sages will turn and be like, "Ah, we have newcomers. Perhaps you can join in our philosophical discussion."
Gentlemen, I come here. I have quite the proficiency in history, religion, even the arcana. So I kind of have a good understanding here of what your dynamics and what you're talking about here.
Here's my HP class and my armor class. And
I've studied a lot of this kind of stuff within my field of expertise, and I got to level with you. I would say they kind of gave us both. Don't you think the technology does actually fuel the exploration? The time gives to the space as the space gives to the time?
The one in the blue robes will shake his head and be like, "I simply do not think it is possible. Time is far superior, and that is, of course, what the almighty Sinnoh would have gifted us with. Our technology, our tools that we create are what lead us to being better as a society and evolving."
Right, but the tools that you get from that thing also help us with the space aspect, so we can kind of get a little bit of both going. And don't you think it's kind of like this whole entire system working together? The great creator would have really wanted us to have every tool to our access and not just one or the other being better?
Sorry, I gave away his name. He didn't even say his name yet. The one in the red robes will say, I mean, what you are saying is that the almighty Sinnoh gave us all the tools we need in the form of nature, correct? There is no need for technology.
Well, no, because he made us and we made technology, and therefore it all comes from nature itself then, too. The technology comes from what you're talking about, too, because we're part of it.
Gentlemen, hear me out. What if there was like a fucked up, freaky third thing?
Now we'll talk about
it. And if you connect the dots, so to speak, you might find out that there might be some other element at play which might make both of your theories true, but also introduce a fucked up third thing.
That's true.
Stefan will turn to
As many
Timmy
factors.
and he'll say, "Son, do you understand a ding-dang word that they're saying?"
Timmy will look back up at you and shake his head and be like, "No, I don't understand any of it."
Me neither.
Timmy only knows map.
Timmy knows butterfly Pokemon and castle, and that's it. the blue-robed individual will say, "And what are you proposing this third thing is?"
Well, to really grasp the intensity of it, I would ask you to preface third thing with fucked up. I think that really gives it the characteristic that it needs. But if you examine the stars and you start to put together the constellations, what you might fail to notice that is what actually makes the constellations have any value is the space between them, the void, the emptiness. And perhaps it is that element of absence that gives the counterbalance to both of your theories supporting each other rather than working against each other in opposition to this third force that is yet to be described.
I love this woman. She's spitting.
While she's spinning, so to speak.
Can I do my sneaky,
Yes,
sneaky?
absolutely. Absolutely. You may roll a stealth check with advantage.
19.
Amazing, yes. The others have done a wonderful job of distracting these two in this philosophical discussion, and they're very engaged in this discussion. They do not notice at all as you kind of nonchalantly approach the offering table and swipe the shiny object, which, if you take a gander at it, does in fact, it is in fact a key with a little ribbon on it with a 1. And you plucked it from tucked within some bushels of wheat.
Staple
Oh, wait, you
voice.
just-
Well, that was easy.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering, it just came from a wheat pile?
Yeah, it was just
noticed
like,
a glint?
it was just tucked in there, yep.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Heck.
Daisy will try and catch to see if the thieves have conducted their work, and will just point at the sages and just say, "Just think about it. Give you something to think about. Have a good day."
Gentlemen, broaden your horizons. Have a good day. Pleasure.
They look
Think
genuine.
about Satan a little bit.
Think about
Well,
Satan.
hold on. Stop. Wait, leave.
Satan into your heart.
They immediately just start arguing amongst themselves. Like, well, if the Almighty Sinnoh is this, then what could Satan be? Or, I guess not Satan, but what could evil be?
Yeah.
Absence.
Wait,
right.
what is the space between?
What is this?
What is an evil, fucked up thing?
Yes, exactly. As you all hastily exit and return to the entrance hall. Timmy will look at all of you and be like, "So did you get it? Did you get a thing? Did you get the
We
key?"
did, in fact, get a thing.
Oh, that is so totally awesome. That means we could probably go up to the second floor, right? And
we
like
didn't
get
get
the
a
next
drink
key.
for our friends.
Oh, that's so true. We should totally go to the dining hall first.
Just a quick little pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
Grab a drink,
Amazing.
Need fuel for the road.
Of course. As you guys make your way to the dining hall, you will find a room with a shorter ceiling than the other rooms that you have been in, with more stained glass windows and a massive fireplace along the far wall, above it hanging the Harmonia coat of arms. There are long wooden tables covered in white cotton tablecloths, forming like a rectangular shape around the room, with the one at the northern wall being the most extravagant, covered in like foliage and candles and all sorts of things. Around the room, different people and Pokemon are flitting about, setting places and getting things ready for the feast tonight. You see some purple Pokemon with some of them have up-pointing horns, some of them have down-pointing horns, and they have like white accents. These Indeedee are carrying little trays back and forth with glasses and silverware and things, helping out the people as they are preparing for the feast. Timmy will look around a little bit and be like, I don't think that they've set out any beer or anything yet, but that actually, now that I think about it, that actually might be upstairs in the kitchen and the pantry. We could probably go get that up here. I don't know if we want to bother these people as they're all like getting ready for the feast and everything.
This is a tragedy of Greek proportions.
I think there's still gonna be like beer and stuff upstairs probably. They're probably just like, it's just like not out yet.
Yeah, let's go upstairs. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Okay.
2 P-dubs, 1 stone.
Stonejourner.
P-dubs, 1 stonejourner. Just throw a stonejourner.
Just a big ass power spot, guy.
No! They're already dead. Timothy will nod and start leading you guys towards the staircase. So the staircase is in the like turret that is along the side of the building. It's like a winding spiral staircase with light filtering in onto the sand-colored stone steps. And as you ascend, you notice that there is somebody on patrol here. It's a little Pokemon that is round and light blue and teal colored with little swirly markings on it and yellow eyes. And it is marching, defending its castle. And Timmy will point it out to all of you and say, "Oh yeah, these guys are on guard on all of the floors of on the staircases of the castle. I named this one, I call him Stuart, and he's like my friend, and he waves at and the little Golett, and he says, "Hi, Stuart," and the Golett just does not acknowledge him at all, just keeps going about his job. But it does let you all pass with no issue. As Timmy continues, I think the ones on the higher floors are like bigger and stronger ones, but this one is like a little guy. But yeah,
guy.
he's just a little
Timmy does
guy.
seem like a funny little guy. Yeah.
Who would win in a fight, Stuart or Vegeta?
Vegeta absolutely would win. That's not even like a question. He has like the type advantage because he's like a dark type and this guy's like a ghost type. So,
He is right about that.
yeah.
He knows his type chart pretty well.
I do know my type chart for most of the ones. Anyways, we can keep going to the kitchen now. And then he will continue taking you to the second floor. And I will move us to the map of the second floor. You'll notice really the only rooms that are accessible on the second floor are the kitchen and pantry. The barracks are technically accessible as well, but most of the other rooms take up 2 floors because they have such high ceilings. So you kind of exit straight into the kitchen, which is a large stone room with alcoves kind of dug into the sides of the walls with massive fires and things burning in them. These are like the stoves and ovens that they are using. There's a variety of tables across the floor here with Pokemon working at them, making meals. You see a red Pokemon with kind of a round head and tentacles, and in each of its tentacles, it's holding knives as it's like chopping up like potatoes and vegetables and things. And beside it, you can see a kind of dark teal-ish cat-like Pokemon with a feather sticking out of its ear, quickly chopping carrots with its claws, like with a quickness that you are very impressed by. You also see nearby a tall blue Pokemon with three little feathers sticking out of either side of its neck and beady little eyes. It's kind of got like a shell along its back and a tail, and it's got this big wok, and it's got a bunch of rice in it, and it's like, you know, flipping the rice, frying it with much enthusiasm. And then in the center of the kitchen, the largest Pokemon there is a very rotund teal Pokemon with a beige belly and face. And he's wearing a chef's hat and apron. And he seems to be overseeing operations in the kitchen.
That guy is giving chef energy for sure.
Giving chef.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's his aura. It's his aura.
Timmy's like the pantry's over here if you guys wanted to like look for beer and stuff. We could probably just like grab some. I don't think anybody would even notice.
Stefan's gonna say, "Well, it's about dang time," and then he'll start walking towards the pantry.
Amazing. You will find a room filled
You're
with...
just gonna let him go. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. With all sorts of ingredients and drinks. Timmy will immediately take you over to the Badu Light bottles, which you're welcome to take one if you would like.
Do you have any regular Budu? Budu Light just tastes like water.
There is, in fact, a regular Badu as well.
All right, he'll take a can, he'll crack it, and then he'll just take like a tiny little sip out of it, and then he'll just kind of hold it.
He just wants to hold it. That's amazing. Timmy would be like, "Okay, we could probably go back to the kitchen now."
Before we leave the pantry, can we just roll a little investigation?
Yeah, go ahead.
12 and then am I plus 6? Yes, so 18.
Okay, are you searching just the pantry or the kitchen as well?
I'm searching the pantry just before we head back to the kitchen.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you find the pantry to be very well stocked. Anything you wanted to make, you could probably find the ingredients for it. But unfortunately, you do not find any sort of key or anything in here.
Okay. Are there any, like, berries or something we could snag for the road just in case?
Sure, yeah. I will allow some berry snaggage. If you would like, you may grab, let's say, 2 citrus berries, and they will be the same healing as like a normal potion. So like 2d4 plus 2, I believe, was our calculation for that.
Perfect.
So yeah, you guys are all gathered up in the kitchen. Is anybody inspecting, looking for anything about in the kitchen? A perception check, perhaps? Anybody want to make a perception? Anybody looking around? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, anybody at all? You guys looking?
Anybody want to look for something?
What is a 9 looks to get me?
So as you're looking around, you will notice that all of the little alcoves filled with the ovens are currently in use. Pokemon taking things in and out of them. They're currently on, except for one of them, sort of towards the back of the room, does not appear to be on.
Is there...
What's going on with that one over there?
Follow through on that.
Okay. Yeah, are you approaching that particular oven?
Yeah, he'll hand his beer to Lil Timmy. He'll say, "Hold my beer while I go look at this." And he'll go investigate.
Okay. Sounds good. Timmy will, he kind of doesn't really know what to do with this beer. He's never held it before. He kind of sniffs it a little bit and then makes a face as you make your way over to this other oven that is not in use. As you step closer to it, you notice that it's kind of an interesting oven. Inside of it, there's like a little latch door, but you can see a little bit through the door and you see something glinting within, although you're not sure what it is.
Is it, reachable with my hand?
You can try to open the door if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay. Roll a strength check for me.
Oh, I'm pretty good. I crit. So that's a 23.
Amazing. Okay, so yeah, you are able to, it takes a bit of elbow grease to pop open this door here. It seems like you're kind of forcing it open. Like maybe there was another contraption that was intended to open this door, but you were able to jar it open and grab the item inside, which is in fact another key with a ribbon attached to it and the number 2 on that ribbon.
Well, would you look at that?
Where are we storing the keys?
He'll tuck it in his breastplate, and then it'll land in his breastplate with a ding.
As you were going...
The other one.
Yes. As you were going over to the oven, were you trying to be nonchalant about it, or were you just kind of like stealthy at all, or just going over?
I don't think Steven understands the concept of nonchalant.
Amazing.
He sees, he goes.
Heart of gold.
The head chef, Snorlax, will have kind of lumbered after you as you went to this oven. And upon seeing you wrench open the door and grab the key, he will get a little red in the face and kind of put his hands on his hips a little bit and shake his head. And then kind of, as you step away, he'll go over to the mechanism for the oven and turn it on, and fire will start to burst from it. And then as you had grabbed it, the door had closed, and then now it will pop open again. And then the Snorlax will kind of shake his head again and then go back to leading the baking and cooking festivities of the other Pokemon.
There was something blocking the door. I opened it up for you.
The Snorlax will cross its arms and point to the fire now raging in the oven.
I think
Well,
he
isn't
wants
that
you
what they're
burn
supposed to do?
alive.
The Snorlax will just shrug.
Well, have a nice day. Timmy, hand me my beer.
Okay. And Timmy will hand you your
I
beer.
love this guy, dude.
He'll take another little sip from the beer.
Amazing.
I like the polite sips that we have going on. I
Yeah,
thought you
just-
would be like a shotgunner.
Just a little sip. If that is all, then Timmy will say, "Oh, so were you able to get the key on this floor?"
Sure did. And then he'll pat his breastplate and it'll make a jingly, a ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding kind of sound.
Stop that. Don't talk about music and don't talk about keys.
Oh, God, the list just keeps getting longer. Romeo, and then his ponytail that's probably been tracking dirt everywhere throughout this castle has been you gotta remind me, don't talk about music and don't talk about keys. And then Romeo will make like a horse noise, like a
Amazing. Timmy will look at Clara and be like, "You seem really smart. Those are probably really good rules that we should probably follow."
Thank you. I do agree.
That is awesome. Okay, do we think it's time to go up to the 3rd floor now?
Yeah, I mean,
Lead
yeah.
the way, little Timmy. Lead the
All
way.
right.
Florida.
Let's do it. And he will take you back to the staircase, passing yet another little Golett on patrol as you guys make your way to the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor being kind of just one massive hallway with 2 doors on either side. The door on the left leading to the ballroom and the door on the right leading to the library. And from within the library, you can access some studies. And Timothy will say, do you guys want to go to like the ballroom or the library?
The
You were
library
the one that
gives-
suggested the good adventurers go left.
That's sage advice. It's true.
Truly.
An
So-
age-old adage.
So the library?
That
That's
seems
what you
like a good place to put a key.
Okay, let's do it. And he will take you
We weren't
guys.
supposed to talk about keys.
I'm a hypocrite.
Dang it, Romeo, you forgot to remind me.
Amazing. As he will take you guys into the library. It is much more quiet in here, especially compared to the chaos of the floor below in the kitchen. It's a darker room, not as many windows. It's got 2 major sections of books. On the left side, you have the fiction section, and the right side has the non-fiction section. There's a couple like desks and tables strewn about the room, and at the back of the room there is a large plaque reading, "Knowledge is truth, innovation is ideals. They must be pulled together to show the full picture." And as you guys are taking in this lovely, calm library, that is where Hello, and thank you so much for listening to Dunsparce Drampa's Legends of the Vale. What you just listened to is the first part in a 3-part prologue to Dunsparce Drampa Harmony, our second campaign. Rest assured that Harmony will take place in the modern era with all new characters that we cannot wait for you to all to meet. I'd like to thank everyone so much for being so welcoming to me as the GM of our second campaign, and I am so excited for what's to come ahead. Extra special thank you to our latest patrons. They are Esteban Ramon, Tyler Fuller, Rotgut, Sphinxy, Outlaw Hunter, Zach Eastwood, Jamie Baran, Dr. Sack, Nicola Kate, Pen Guy, John McCall, Awesome Monkey, Luckiest 6, Tony K, Thomas Izat, Nightwind 21, Cloud Kania, Keysol, Winterwolf 1209, Terminal Creative, Ethan Pennington, and Matt Solomon. It is only with the support of our wonderful patrons that this podcast is made possible, so thank you so much for supporting. Please check out the link tree for all of our fun and exciting socials. I've been having so much fun posting TikToks and Instagram posts, and you should definitely check those out. We'll see you for part 2 of Legends of the Vale on September 23rd.
And under table, I don't really remember everything that you said.
I can
Or
give you...
above table?
Yeah, it's
I-
about.
I don't know.
Above table, under the table.
Under the table. Hey, meet me down here. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, hey,
I'll meet you under the table. I'll give you the clip.
Hey, meet
Okay,
me
okay.
down there. Yeah, we'll talk.
All right.
Yes.
Grace and I are going under the table
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Stefan, how do you feel about wine?
That's a sissy drink for sissies. Actually, I don't feel good about saying that. Cut that out.
Killed by.
Yeah, that was crazy. I can't believe Stefan died.
One went out for him.
Pour one out. Timmy pours out the beer. I'm just kidding.
Not my beer.
When will he return from the war?
It's never actually returned. He came back a different man.
I miss my squid's tails. I
That's why
miss
he
them a lot.
drowns his sorrow in beer and Badule.
Damn it, Romeo!